Hi guys, it's me Caran and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to finish off the little tiny picture I'm doing in Nico's Story of Precious Cats book. And we're doing this little page over here. I did the cat and a couple of these leaves and I just finished up the leaves. And then I'm going to do these little flowers down here and we'll do the flowers here. And try to mimic the gray page into some of this negative space here, put some green down here, and we might do a little something over here along with the butterfly. So we're gonna start off with a little daisy here, and we're gonna do them kind of muted, I guess. So I'm just gonna start off with some grays, and I got warm gray 3, 2, light yellow ochre, and yeah, everybody's going to roll off the desk. Sky blue. Kind of looks like a periwinkle color. We're just going to take this number 3 and go on the inside of these petals and in shadowed areas and bring it out a little. We're going to do that to all of them. And if you see a little dark gray spot here, a little more pressure on that, fill it in. So we're going to go around and do that with the blank areas in other places, and this color matches it pretty well. I just don't know how much green I want coming up into all of this, but we'll figure that out. And we have one out here in the boonies. Okay, we're going to take the light yellow ochre here and go in the center of them all. That's it on the daisies, right? There aren't any more up there. Okay, making the darkest portion where they have most of the lines, the darkest part, the darkest spot on your flower, just by putting more pressure on it. Okay, we're going to take the number 2 gray and we're going to start on the outside and pull some of that color inward, just a tiny bit. Little green on that one, it's okay. It'll be a less maybe I'll pull it out. There we go. As long as it comes out, we'll pull it out, right? If it doesn't, we don't. We'll just go over it and leave it as a shadow. I'm not too picky. Okay, now we're going to take our sky blue and put a tiny little blue in here too. Just brighten the flower up, but we still want a kind of a muted color. Okay, that's all they really need. If you want to throw a little white or ivory, this one's white, and sharpen it. You can add a little of that in there too if you like. Just right on the petal top curve. So how are you all doing? We're having beautiful weather today. I've been out in the garden, picked our last tulips to bring inside. I mean, I still have some blooming out there, but I would prefer them staying out in the garden. I've got, I think, 3 vases of tulips out of the front yard and backyard, which was really nice. Okay, we're going to take this dark warm gray 3, and we're going to go up in here. We'll put a little on this side and then a little on this side, and we'll just bring it in here. I want it to match, but I'm not going to match it perfectly, so it'll look close. And of course, the further away you are, it doesn't have to match at all. Okay, so we just keep going up into all these negative spaces here. It's going to be on both sides, so the color will match. I better move these before they roll off the table. Springtime is always a fun time around here. Everything starts to bloom. So we have rhododendrons in the front yard. And they are just gorgeous right now. I wish they keep their blooms a little longer, but it's long enough, I guess. There we go. And that looks pretty good. So we have the, what do you call it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, somewhere around 8 or 9 rhododendrons. Front yard, and then we have a side yard, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the side yard. And then we have the fun part when those stop blooming and they're still green and they look absolutely gorgeous out there still, even if they don't have their flowers. I'm going to take this green. This is the earth green yellowish. In here we have stems and tiny little leaves, so I'm going to put those in. I have hydrangeas in the backyard. So I'm just going to go up the stem, even if there isn't one there, and pull that color from the leaves. I don't even know what these flowers are, but we're going to go up those stems. Just kind of put that color in there. So when the rhodies quit blooming in the front yard, I have all the hydrangeas blooming in the back. And then I have roses. Those roses kind of kill me every year. A lot of pruning to go on. Oh, there's a little gray spot there. we'll kind of darken it around her and her clothes, I think, a little bit, to make her stand out a little bit more. How to darken it on that side, we'll have to use a different gray tone. So we'll use a little bit darker here. And darken over that leaf too. And just softly bring that out. Okay, what was I doing? Green. Green out to the flowers. There's a big spot of gray that needs to be done there. One here. Okay, now we have to figure out the, I think I will gray some of this down here too. And then we'll put green on these little stems that come up to the daisies. Okay. That's close enough. Okay, we're going to get out of Distress Ink and do the green. Let's see. Green. I don't know, I kind of want it muted. I'm looking at my greens. I just got 2 new ones. There we go. Boom. My peeled paint that I like. I got a really bright one, Twisted Citrine, and I got the brand new one, Salvage Patina, that came out, which is kind of a blue-green. That's really pretty. I don't want them that bright though, so we're going to go with the tried and true peeled paint one. You'll notice I have brown and green on this pad. I'm just going to ink up the green side. Okay, we're just going to take it and put it down here where the grass is green. Under her skirt, around her toes. We want to get it off her toes. In between those flowers. Okay, I'm going to get the eraser. We'll try to get off her toes before it dries. And then go back in there with the ivory that we had it colored in. There we go. Put a little extra brown in there just to blend it in. There, okay. So we're just going to take a little chop of that ink and dab it in there. Kind of hard in some spots. Not her toes, because we're trying to keep her toes clean. Maybe we'll grab a little of this citron, see what it looks like. I've swatched it, but I haven't used it, so let's see. Do I have a clean one here? Well, will you use a little baby? How's that? One of the little sticks. We have that in clean. Put it on, dab it off on something, just so we know it's loaded. Okay, we can put that in there a little bit. And we'll put a little up here, just in a few spots. All right. Boom, boom, boom. We will take in our earth green, yellowish, and we're just going to kind of color in these little grass pieces. Add a few more in there. Pull out the other green. I know we have another green over here. It's a darker green. I just have to find it. It's hiding from me. I have green gold. There it is. And chrome oxide green. So we'll take the chrome oxide green and put a little of that in here too. Just going to pull some of that grass right up into some areas, into her feet, across her tail, maybe up onto her dress. And then we'll take the green gold and add some of that here and there. Okay, I'm going to take some gray and kind of blend this over a little bit. It's the lightest. We need a darker one. I didn't like the way that looked, but I don't know if I'm doing a better job there. Bring in some white from the Prisma. Blend it a bit better there. Close enough if you're not looking at it too close, right? Okay, the flowers. We're going to bring in some purple because we're going to bring purple in over here on the hydrangeas. Oh, that's what I'm going to call those flowers. So we want a blue, a light purple, and a darker purple, but I bet that is a dark. This will work. Something in this line. Sorry. Delft Blue, Violet, Mauve, and Cobalt Turquoise. I don't even know if these colors will go together, but they look good. Darkest, light, and then a blue. All right. So, like I said, I don't know what these flowers are, but we're going to put a little blue in them here and there, like the buds. They're just blooming, and then kind of in a random pattern. I think that's gray. And back there somewhere. Okay, then we're going to take our kind of brightest purple and we're going to lay that in here and there. Okay, then we'll bring in our Delft Blue, and put that in there. The mauve color. Then we'll go back in with the blue. Kind of make sure it all blends in. And then pick one of the purples, the medium or the lightest. And just do some shadow on there if you like. Make sure all the flowers have got color on them. No white showing, although we may bring white in, who knows. I think they're pretty. Okay, but the green gold, they all have a little center here. I have to sharpen that. We're going to go in each center and put a little green gold in there. So if you find a center, we're just going to make a little blob dot in them. Don't have to be too picky. It's a small flower. Some of them you won't even see it in. There. Just adds a little something. We'll throw a little of that down here in the daisies too. There. Okay, now we have to figure out the butterfly. Okay, we're going to use Sanguine, Indian Red, and Chrome Yellow. Monarchy type butterfly. So we're just going to put the Chrome Yellow in here. We'll be going back over the black with a black pencil, so it's okay if the color goes over it. Okay, then we're going to go in with the Sanguine. Darken up some of these center pieces. Sorry. Okay, then we're going to go in with the Indian Red and darken them up just a bit more. Go back over it with the yellow. butterfly. Find the black somewhere out here and go back over the black. If you want to make these darker, just add a little black down there in the area where you want the shadows too. I'll need to get closer to that to finish those off, but basically you're just going around it where it's black and darkening it up. I want to darken the ones on the outside, so I'm just coloring them in and leaving these here. And we'll do the same up here, darkening that outer row. And outlining those. Okay, and now if we want to do the spring, not exactly sure what it says, but we can do this little placard and give it some color. Well, I'll just do it in the variety of browns and the colors we just used on dropping things that we used on the butterfly. So I have the Sanguine, the Indian red, the chrome yellow, which was just on the butterfly. We have the Nougat, the Walnut, the green gold, and the yellow ochre. And between that, we're going to get these little corner pieces done, and then we'll do an inking on the inside. So we want to start with a light color, and that is kind of our yellow. And there's really no, I don't know, right way or wrong way to do these things. You just kind of look at them and see what you like. They're all going to be a little different. If you were doing this with a shadow in a certain area on your picture, which I rarely ever do, the shadow would be different on each one of these things. So you don't have to make them all look the same. Just put it where you think it looks good. Boom, got some yellow down. We'll take in the yellow ochre. Add just a little bit more color to that. Maybe do all those little balls that color. Okay, then we're going to bring in our green gold. Okay, bring in the walnut. Now on some of these you might want to bring like this swirl and disconnect these pieces. Make this a higher or a one piece bit here. Just use it to draw a line through it, and then you get that curl up here. This place here would be shadowed, so you would put shadows on the other side of that. That also helps you if your lines aren't absolutely straight. We'll do that down here on that one. And on that one. Okay, we'll do that on all of them, but I'm going to show you this one first. Then we'll bring in the Nougat. Let those shadows come out just a little bit further. Then we will bring in the Sanguine. And then the Indian Red. Then we'll go back in with the yellow. And this is the dark chrome. Okay. And let's see. We'll bring in a tiny bit of the red violet from her dress. And it looks just a tiny bit dark on those areas, so I want to lighten those up. And I'll bring in a little brown ochre. There we go. We're going to touch up these little places that I went out. But basically that's what they're going to look like, and then they'll get a little tiny bit of a white shine in some areas, if I can manage that. Let's see. So if we want a little shine here, we'll just put a little white. On those areas. Like that. And then we can go over those in a different color if you don't like that color. So I'll get all those done, and then I'll come back and we will do something on the inside. Okay, I got the four corners done, and I think I'm going to do something to like shadow the outside border before we decide to ink it. So I'm going to grab the dark gray that I have. I don't know if light gray will work in there, but we're going to deepen the edge here. So we're just gonna pull that gray out from this area and into the gray. Just lightly blend that out so it at least has a little something something there. It just dresses it up a little bit. Okay. Now to put some color in there, I need a nice springy color. How about these colors? I haven't tried this one yet, so I think it might look pretty. Need to find a piece of scrap paper that has a flat edge. Should have grabbed that too while it was sitting there. Just grab. I think I'll just grab a piece of paper from in here and it won't come out. Just cardstock. It's nice, it's stiff, it's gonna work there as an edge. I don't have any sticky notes. So I thought I'd do it kind of like pink to blue. I just don't know if I want to go down in an angle or if I want to, if I come down, I think pink down to blue this way. So I got a nice big desk here and I don't have any room. Isn't that how it always goes? Pink is right down here on the bottom, and that's the light pink we're going to use. Let's get that on there. Okay. Ink up that edge of it. And we're going to start here at the top. I'm going to go on the paper first to dab some off and then just bring it on into the page. Go over little corners there. Very light touch. If you'll notice, there's more ink going on this page than there is on this page. Then we come down into it. Okay, I'm going to add a little more ink. Do the same thing. Okay, I'm going to pull that onto this side. More ink. Tape would be a good thing. Okay, we're going to get rid of the paper for a little bit because we're just working on the inside now. Okay, we've got a nice soft pink going there. Don't roll. Cap that. Put our little thingy into the back. Then we're going to get this one, and I got to get another foam pad. Okay, clean foam pad. It's got a little tiny speck of something in it, probably from my finger. I'm going to load this. I'm going to put it on that side and I'm going to pounce it into the pad itself. I'm just squishing that ink into there. So when I put it down, I can run it without having great big lines. So I want to make sure it's worked in. It's a new pad. New color. I think that'll look pretty. Okay, well, we need this. I don't know where I'm going with it. I'm going to put it on the corner here. Okay, and we're going to start on this paper and then bring that in very lightly up into the pink and out this side. Okay, we're going to have to go down on the bottom. Okay, we can get rid of the paper. I'm very lightly bringing this color in. Mix it right in with that pink. And if you want, bring a little of that into these flowers over here too. And down into the green, just so you have a little of that all over. And I think that looks pretty good. We can bring, I don't know if I want to bring, but I'm going to, because I like inking. I'm going to bring a little of that pink into those flowers too. So some of that pink over in this area. It'll pick up on any of those little pieces that I left white. And just kind of give a halo effect. Put a little in some of these daisies too. Little pink around in this area. Okay, and then we're going to do a surprise thing. We're going to ink around the edges. So I need that piece of paper back. I need a clean piece of paper. I'm going to put the pink up there. I like the way it looks down here. So I'm just going to run off the corner up here. And add a little of that pink up there. Maybe a little down in this area on this corner, especially down in here. And up by the butterfly. Do. There. I like that. Put a little pink down in the green too. There. Okay. We are done with this side of the page. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let's see if you can get the whole picture in there. I like how that turned out. So thanks you guys for watching. That'll be it for me today. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I really appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye now.